The Artifact, Chapter 13, Sanctuary in the Archive.
Their extraction was a tense, disguised operation. Using Vance's deep-cover contacts, they slipped out of the museum and into a reinforced, unmarked van, driving slowly through a city starting to crack. They saw incidents: an elderly man dancing naked on a fountain, shouting poetry; a group of teenagers suddenly weeping uncontrollably in a park; the stock market opening to a historic, fear-driven crash. The scrambled code was unleashing the id of New York. Vance drove them straight to the majestic NYPL building on 42nd Street. Unlike the Met, the library was built to house information, a fortress of knowledge meant to withstand the decay of time, not the forces of the underworld. They gained access through the hidden sub-level entrance reserved for high-level archival research. Elias, using his scholarly credentials, secured a private, sealed research room deep within the manuscript division, bringing the Codex Somnus with them. In the sterile, mahogany-paneled room, Elias laid the codex out next to a collection of rare, digitized 17th-century maps and architectural drafts of New Amsterdam, retrieved by Vance's contacts from the library's massive collection. "The key is this," Elias pointed to a draft map from 1658, showing the placement of the original wooden palisade that gave Wall Street its name. The Sphaera Mundi was a compass designed to ground the city's energy, but what was it pointing to? The Dutch were obsessed with maintaining order against the chaos of the New World. They didn't just worry about the English, they worried about the unseen. He juxtaposed the Codex's chaotic Aramaic symbols, the scrambled dream pattern, with the precise geometric etchings they had photographed on the Sphaera Mundi.
The breakthrough came hours later, fueled by lukewarm coffee and frantic searching. Vance found a cross-reference in a private collection of Governor Stuyvesant's personal letters. The governor had tasked the Sphaera Mundi's creator, a reclusive cartographer named Dirk von Bruggen, with an impossible goal: to create a device that would not only map the colony, but would secure the spirit of Droomvrijheid, dream freedom, for all Dutch settlers. Elias, meanwhile, discovered an anomaly in the Sphaera Mundi's geometric design. The Dutch etchings weren't just decorative, they were a complex, three-dimensional key. "Look at the angular deviations," Elias exclaimed, tracing the lines on the photo. "They correspond not to longitude or latitude, but to the axial tilt of the Earth at the precise moment of the colony's founding ceremony in 1625. It's a key based on cosmic alignment." The key had 4 specific pivot points, and each point was marked with a single, highly stylized glyph. Elias quickly cross-referenced the glyphs with the now scrambled Aramaic in the Codex. The revelation. "These 4 Aramaic symbols, Agent, they represent the 4 emotional anchors of the original settlers: ambition, discipline, isolation, and fear. The Sleeper's Code was a simplistic corruption, an attempt to enforce only discipline and suppress fear. But the original Dutch design was meant to hold all 4 in perfect cyclical balance. The balance was the true code, and the Sphaera Mundi was the physical manifestation of that equilibrium." "So where do we find a machine that can project that perfect balance?" Vance asked, looking grimly at the reports of escalating madness outside. "We can't rebuild the Sphaera Mundi." "No," Elias countered, tapping the 4 balanced glyphs on the Codex. "We don't need the machine. We need the original point of balance, the heart of the network before the Sleeper turned it into a weapon. Where did they originally place this thing?" Vance pulled up the 1658 map of New Amsterdam. They overlaid the Sphaera Mundi's axial coordinates onto the map. The lines of force converged on a single spot, a small, innocuous plot of land on the southern tip of the island, right on the waterfront, designated simply as the Communal Dreaming Field. The modern location of this long-forgotten field was now a prominent, high-security, ultra-modern tower that housed one of the world's most critical financial exchanges, a temple to pure, unfiltered ambition.